Putting together this list was honestly kind of painful. There were so many songs I couldn't include that I wanted to. Alas, here's the first half. This list is based off of how well they flow with the track and the overall quality of the piece. So without further ado, let's go!
Number 20.
Starting off this song-a-thon, we've got a tune from Mario Kart Super Circuit, Sunset Wilds. You probably didn't expect a song like this to make the list, and I wouldn't say it's the highest quality one of all time. The thing is, there's nothing else that sounds quite like this tune. Sunset Wilds is one that places you in an adventure. I can imagine myself listening to this while on a road trip driving through the desert. And what a coincidence! That's what this track is all about. You drive across a desert floor, a sunset is overhead, you gotta avoid mud piles and the Shy Guy tents, and all that good jazz. I'm kind of surprised Nintendo hasn't remade this track yet. It's so underrated to me. The beat isn't too fast, but the high notes still create a positive and exciting atmosphere. Heck, the sunset even changes colors per lap, further complimenting that this song is meant to be heard all day and all night long. There's not much else to say, I just really dig this tune.
Number 19.
Oh, believe me, this isn't the last Rainbow Road that'll be on this list. Nintendo really takes care to make these extra special. So we've got the DS version of Rainbow Road, and this one has a kind of healing feel to it. When racing, the track may look frantic and be filled with sharp turns and loops, but the tune settles you down and creates a truly cohesive experience. It's kinda like, there's not much to worry about, you just gotta finish this last race and you're good to go. DS Rainbow Road isn't the catchiest tune of all time, but it flows so perfectly with the track itself. The song makes the track feel more breathtaking than it really is. There's several long-lasting notes in the background with the melody playing at a high pitch. This is a great song to end this special cup with in Mario Kart DS. It creates a sense of true accomplishment.
Number 18.
Sky Garden is such a fantastic course, and so is the song accompanied with it. I picked the DS remix over the original because the remix still retains the original qualities while producing a cleaner piece overall. And that's no fault of the original because Super Circuit was on the Game Boy Advance, which was forced to compress audio like crazy, but anyway, let's talk about this song. This is one of the happiest and upbeat songs in the entire history of Mario Kart. And that's right from the get-go and all the way through. The beat is fast and the atmosphere is invigorating. The song makes you feel so blissful and poetic, you'll just want to drive for hours and hours on end. Sky Garden brings a fresh start to your day and gets you in the mood to look and feel bright. But now I'm getting way too philosophical, so let's just move on.
Number 17.
Moving to our first Mario Kart Wii song, Coconut Mall's piece doesn't exactly feel like you're shopping at a mall on an ordinary day. No, this is the kind of song that for when you're shopping at a mall on Black Friday and everybody just wants to run you over so they can save $300 on a 4K TV. Yeah, this is a fast-paced song that feels frantic the whole time. The tempo works very well with the track, considering you're flying through the mall and going up the down escalator, you're careening through the aisles and driving through the stores. It's a madhouse in there. And then of course there's those pesky drivers that don't know how to park. This song works with every conflict you'll run into. The style has a pop-esque flavor which kind of symbolizes the stereotypical culture of teens spending hundreds of dollars at the mall. And at the same time, you can feel the average American consumer spending all their money on crap that they don't need. I'm not sure if any of that made sense, but I think you can catch my drift. I hope.
Number 16.
I think everybody saw this classic tune coming. This song comes from two tracks in Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi Stadium and Wario Coliseum. Now I'm not gonna lie, a few of these songs will have a bit of nostalgic bias, including this one, but that's pretty applicable to pretty much every top 10 ever created. When I hear this song, I really do feel like I'm inside a stadium with a crowd of people watching. Now, I've never been to a monster truck rally or anything like that, but I can imagine that the emotions garnered from that world be very similar to what this song presents. The melody is nothing short of infectious. This is one of the many Mario Kart songs that have gotten stuck in my head. This is also one of the few songs that give Waluigi a personality. When I think of Waluigi, I don't just see him with a racket as Nintendo likes to think, I see him riding along repeatedly saying Waluigi time while hurling shells and bananas at his foes. Can't Waluigi get a monster truck game, or a platformer, or anything? I mean, come on, if Pink Gold Peach can be a character in Mario Sports Superstar, Waluigi can get his own game too.
Number 15.
Oh yes, Woohoo Loop and Maka Woohoo are courses that I believe will stand the test of time and be people's favorites for decades to come. The music in these tracks are phenomenal. They managed to take elements of Wii Sports music and incorporate it into a full piece which is taken to a grand scale. Woohoo Loop takes you through a beach, castle, volcano, and so much more, and this music manages to work with all of that. This is an all-around epic soundtrack that outmatches the previous songs from before because it sounds so rich and expansive. There's a huge variety of instruments played, which works perfectly with the track as there's a huge variety of terrain to see. However, this is the kind of music that really gives you those feels when you're actually playing the track, which is a slight disadvantage seeing as it's not as great to listen to on its own, but that's just my thoughts. Maybe yours are different, and that's perfectly fine by me.
Number 14.
We really haven't seen too many highway-themed courses in Mario Kart, but when we get them, they're always a treat. My favorite tune out of all the highway tracks has to be from Moonview Highway. Like Woohoo Loop / Maka Woohoo, there's a large variety of instruments that are being used to create a more dynamic experience. What makes this song slightly better is that there's a bit more tension and focus, which I really love about songs in general. The tension in the music sells the zaniness that Moonview Highway offers. Your main obstacle is to dodge cars and trucks, whether they're moving towards or against you. Some of the vehicles quickly change lanes without much discretion, which further plays with the song hearing how quick the melody is. To quote myself,
well, that's Toad's Turnpike on steroids.
Well, okay, maybe not. God, I really over-exaggerated a lot in the old days.
Number 13.
Oh, would you look at that! Another Waluigi song made the list, this one being Waluigi Pinball from Mario Kart DS. And no, I'm not picking the remake from Mario Kart 7 because, for some reason, it sounds worse on the 3DS. Maybe my hearing's bad, but I think it sounds terrible compared to the original. Anyway, this song just screams Mario Kart. The melody is incredibly catchy, the instruments have a mythical sound, the pace is nice and smooth. There's not much to dislike. While this isn't quite as dynamic as songs like Woohoo Loop or Moonview Highway, something about this song is just more fun to listen to. This song doesn't exactly feel like an experience, but it feels more like a game. I mean, we're racing inside a pinball machine at one point. Of course the song is going to have that kind of feel to it. Waluigi Pinball is just funky, okay?
Number 12.
Oh god. Oh, the nostalgia. Rainbow Road for Mario Kart Double Dash. This song shivers me timbers and makes me feel 10 years younger. Double Dash didn't have the easiest Rainbow Road, seeing as there's tons of sharp turns and there's little guardrails to assist you. This song, however, in a way encourages you to try anyway. You may struggle to play well on this course, but you still have to give it your best shot and fire away. The melody gives me a feeling of confidence that I can play well and get first place if I really try hard. And I mean, there was this one time I was playing this game on Rainbow Road when out of nowhere, the blue shell saved me from dying. So that's kind of a crazy feat that will never happen again. That doesn't really have relevance to this list, I just thought it was cool. But yeah, you just can't go wrong with this song. I do wish there was a bit more to it, but I still love what it has to offer regardless.
Number 11.
Head-bobbing piranha plants, driving across a piano, bouncing off drums, of course Music Park was expected to crack this list. I've decided to pick the Mario Kart 8 remix seeing as the song is a little bit clearer than the original, but it still sounds relatively similar. What's really neat about this piece is the dreamy fantasy sense you feel from this tune. Reality and fantasy are questioned. It's hard to tell what's real or fake, and that's exactly what you want for a track like Music Park. Should you be riding across a bunch of giant instruments? Probably not, but it's happening anyway, and it's a ton of fun. The melody almost feels a little offbeat, that really draws in the craziness that is Music Park, or Melody Motorway for you European viewers. But that's not all. Stay tuned for my next top 10, which covers tracks 10 through 1. Feel free to watch that list right now. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Mario Kart songs are and why. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.